Hello, I'm Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, should you roll over or sit and stay? We'll give you the 411 on your 401k. Then we'll pore over ways to decide whether you need a dermatology diagnosis. Need access to your Social Security account? The key is at your fingertips. Plus, we'll help spring blossom right in your own home. And we'll reveal an important new tool to protect your home and life savings from creditors and lawsuits.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table here for Golden Opportunities. You're leaving your old job behind you, which means you have a decision in front of you. What should you do with the retirement riches that reside in a place that is now part of your past? Jim Lineweaver has 3 options to offer. Jim's a certified financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
My pleasure.
So you've been with a company, you've got some sort of retirement account there, like a 401k maybe, and then you leave. What options do you have?
Well, first they should call us. But really, what happens is they have basically 3 options. First, you can just take the lump sum. What's going to happen is, you can, whatever you have in there, there'll be some mandatory withdrawals that we'll talk about, but just take the money and run. The other one is you can just leave it there. If you have over usually a $5,000 balance, the 401k provider will allow you to leave it there and self-manage it yourself. And then also you could roll it over to a self-directed IRA and not have to pay any taxes on it when you do that.
Okay, so I want to take each one of those separately and get a little bit more detail. So let's start with take the money and run. Take it all at once out of the 401k. What happens if we do that?
Well, you're going to have to pay a mandatory 20% withholding on that money before you receive it, which is a pretty big penalty. So I don't know that I would do that, but what happens is you can get that to pay off some credit card bills or anything else that you may need to do. But it's usually not the best advice because the taxes may jump you into another tax bracket with that money.
So when you take the money, you're taking it out, and you have to pay taxes whenever you take money out of a 401k or any other retirement account.
But it is a mandatory 20%, which can be pretty high for some people.
All right, so let's try door number 2. You leave the money with the former employer, basically.
Yeah, you can. Just everything's going to operate as normal. You can get on the company's website and manage that yourself. The issue is that usually in a 401k, you're very limited in the options that you can pick from. You may have 20 or 30 different options, and you may want to do something else with that money. Maybe you want to make it safer, maybe you want to buy individual stocks. You usually can't do that inside a traditional 401k.
And the manager or the entity still controlling it is your former employer, which you've left.
Yes, no, your money is yours, so you don't have to worry about them taking the money or anything, or if they go out of business, it's still your money, but it's still kind of tied to that company a little bit.
Gotcha. So, but you could switch it at a later date?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go to option number 3, rolling it over. What's that?
Yeah, this is where you can roll it from one custodian to another to, say, a self-directed IRA. And that means you can take control over that. There won't be any taxes on the transfer. If you choose to take a monthly withdrawal or lump sums at different times down the road, you can choose when you want to do that. You can also choose how much taxes are going to be withheld. If you don't want any taxes withheld on a withdrawal, then don't do it. If you want 10% taken out of a monthly check, go ahead and do it. It gives you a lot more flexibility.
So you can roll it over basically to the same kind of IRA that lots of people start with, $1,000 or something when they start.
Yeah, and you can fund that with CDs or mutual funds or stocks or a wide variety of different investments, which usually makes that more appealing because then you can really control the whole asset.
Now, a lot of our viewers may have had multiple jobs during their career, and they have a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, what ends up happening is that can be really confusing because you're going to either have to jump on a lot of different websites to see what's going on or get a lot of different stuff in the mail. I would recommend consolidating that. So try to roll all those over maybe into one IRA or 2, get much better management over it, easier to handle, things along that nature.
Great advice, great help, and certainly would make life a lot easier than having all these little bits all over the place.
It really would.
Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it. So when it comes to retaining your retirement reserves, you may want to opt for more advice about your options. And that is easy. Just give Jim a call. His number's coming up next.
Learn more by calling the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888 313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net. Next, get the skinny on your skin.